BEEX project is a no-profit foundation about visual art and photography. If you want to help us, just drop a donation on buymeacoffee.com/BerlinExplorer. So welcome to this 50 minute of experience. Today I'm with Rafael Ernesto Ferro, a friend and collaborator of BEEX project. Welcome, Rafael.
Hi, thank you for having me here in the podcast.
Yeah, it's a pleasure today. We talk a bit about experience in general, about you, about photography, and not only. So just to be a bit more introducer, we can introduce a bit you. You can introduce a bit yourself to who is listening this podcast, and then we go on.
So, yeah, I am Rafael from Cuba, not a professional photographer. I am doing software engineering. So, yeah, in the weekends it's like a photography travel, let's say. So, enjoying photography since I was a kid. So it's a family tradition from my father and yeah, my grandfather as well. So when I was a child, I started exploring a little bit with the film photography, doing the shootings, like family shootings or cityscapes or even sport with the film camera. We went to this motor race close to our place and yeah, we took a lot of pictures there. And later developing the picture at home was a really nice experience. And yeah, somehow later when the digital photography come to take place, I was like so having some really point and shoot cameras and then trying to bring the experience as well and mainly doing the like photos with friends, went out to visit different places and so on. And yeah, I was always like this, like a tradition to try to freeze the moment, try to freeze this moment when the light is bringing out the beauty of the daily life. Yeah.
So you are not a professional photographer, but we can say that you put a lot of effort on photography, and you shoot also with analog, and you experiment a lot. You print by yourself, you develop by yourself, and yeah, can you say more about what is the feeling you have to continue to put all of this effort on it?
Yeah, of course. I think that what I like is the process itself. It's not the picture that you take, it's the process of taking the pictures, to find the picture to take and develop your picture. And yeah, it's a learning process. And that is really attractive, right? Because you are always learning new stuff every single day, no matter if it's related with your compositions, with the colors that are in your pictures, with the styles. Is always you can find something new. For example, if you go out, let's say every morning in your neighborhood, you can go out with different, for example, focal lengths, or there are different weather conditions. There are different things that can stop you to frame this picture. Even in the most common places, you can find like new scenes every day. Yeah, and that is the attractive thing that keep me on the photography.
And do you often go to watch your past picture to recatch this moment and this emotion, or to just analyze what was and what is now?
Yeah, of course. So somehow it's a way to document the life and the way that you are seeing the life in different moments of. So I always try to take a look in the previous pictures and analyze. Okay, that was the picture that I did in that moment. That was the, let's say, the editing process from me, and I can see like the difference, and I can see the things that I want to keep going further, you know, to try to improve the photography, because you will always have this feeling that you can do even more, or you can shape in a different ways your pictures. Yeah.
So, what is the difference then between to be just an amateur and a professionalist in this case?
Yeah, I don't know. I think that for now it's not. I am not living of this photography. It's just like a exploratory field, you know.
But can be an explorer. You can be an explorer for all your life, and probably you can be also professionalist. I think what to define to be a professionalist or an amateur is the amateur in a way. Yeah, we can say it's the one always follow the things. I mean, it's mainstream. We can say in that way. And the professionalist is someone keep going on the tools, on the technique, on the tip and tricks, and experiment a lot, put a lot of himself inside of the work. So then what we can define as a work as a professionist, I think is something you just put effort for years on without, I mean, doesn't matter now if you get money or not. I mean, there are artists never got money. I mean, Van Gogh never got money, and and yeah, actually is one of the artists most knows in the world. So yeah, I think it's really tight the difference between professionist and amateur. And I think, yeah, doesn't matter how much you take. I mean, I have seen a lot of photographers, they're really, really shitty, and they get a lot of money. And it's not about the way they do it, the picture, probably is the way they sell, it's also related to how much you can invest on that in advertising and everything. And also what kind of photography you want to do it. If you want to put emotion in every picture you do it, probably it's really difficult that you can do it a lot of money from, because you need the double, the triple of the time of someone just shoot, And what I wanted to talk about also, that we are starting this format every Wednesday on Discord about post-production, and that was we can say an idea come from you. So then I would love to know more about just we can talk about that, and then who is listening this podcast probably can know more about what is your goals about that, what also you would like to do it, you would like to experiment in that format, and so on.
Yeah, I think that idea is a way to share a bit more the editing process in the photography, because we have these photo walks and so on that you can go out and take some pictures with friends, and sharing with different peoples and so on. But that is only a part of the process, right? So the idea was to extend these sharing moments with other peoples also to the editing process, because the editing process is totally different for all the photographers, right? Somehow some photographers follow their artistic instinct, let's say, because if, for example, from your editings, I know that you have, for you, is like you have the some design, for example, background, color theory and so on. And for you, it's natural to apply those concepts to the photography. And yeah, you can see from other photographers that they follow a different steps because their background is totally different. And it's really interesting to see this different process going on, right? And yeah, it's a way to get feedback because right now, today, I think that it's really hard to get feedback from your pictures because there are a ton of pictures in Instagram, Facebook, all the social networks. And yeah, it's hard to to have a moment to have this feedback moment on your process, right? So and that is the idea that everybody can learn from other people editing their pictures, and you sharing your process with the rest of all your colleagues, right? So yeah.
So you was talking about comments in general on social network. What kind of comments you would expect to receive? I mean, what would you think? Yeah, that's great. That person gave me a comment like that. I mean, we can skip the one amazing, fantastic, great, and the various emoticon people use. So then, what would you advise to, in general, to who is listening this podcast? What would you more expect to receive then to also, I don't know, continue to talk or what else?
Yeah, I think that I miss more more photography-oriented social network like Flickr. That is why I'm uploading some pictures to Flickr, because yeah, maybe you can get more photography-oriented feedback. It's not only to get one like or not, but yeah, because right now Instagram is like I don't know, there is some stereotypes already running there. So that maybe cannot be so helpful, but in a way are also so somehow you can measure your photography in the niche that you are trying to be. So if you can hack the social network and try to find this niche with the people that you want to show your pictures, maybe you can get this kind of feedback. Is the way that I see. It's not like going to try to get the higher amount of like, is to get the attention and the interaction with the niche that you are going on, into your photography.
Yeah, I think
travel. Yeah,
I know what you mean, and I think it's something you can get also on Instagram, but yeah, it's require much more effort, it's much more work than other community, because yeah, Instagram is not only it's related to photography as photography as a common tool, to share what else you want. And
yeah, but yeah, there is a good sorry for interrupting you, but there is a good thing with Instagram is like somehow for me, maybe for a lot of photographers as well, can be like a huge inspiration if you can filter the scenes that you really like. So if you can shape the social network to give you these inputs about the photography that you like to do or you want to do, is a really interesting space, right?
Yeah, you can in a way adapt the algorithm in the way you want. It all depends how much time you spend on it, and what you're going to put like and what you're going to comment and save. And for BEEX project work really well now. I mean, I opened the home feed, the explore feed, and I find a lot of interesting stuff, because I use a lot. I select a lot of photographers then, so then I keep in touch more with the stuff I want to see. And I've seen, for example, I had years ago a profile for calligraphy, and my feed explorer was full of calligrapher artists. So then, yeah, it's all depends in base of people you follow for sure. If you add more people, you know that they just post selfies or other stuff more common, for sure you will follow, you will see always in the explore more people related to this kind of profile. If you follow more people related to photography, for example, for just one kind of photography, you will be related more to them. And all depends in the way you use the tool. It's a bit more complicated because in a way you also have to keep a choice. I mean, it's important also to just not related your interest. I mean, in a way you have to select your interest, and this is important that in the end you cannot really follow. I see sometimes there people follow 2000 other people, and I think, okay, how do you follow 2000 people? I mean, it will be for me it's a bullshit. There are people sometimes say to me, yeah, how did you select my picture if you don't follow me? Yeah, but I can also write your name on a book. And sometimes when I'm curious, I come and I follow you. Just that. I mean, what makes the difference if I just click follow and don't follow you anymore? Because if I would follow every person I like, so I need at least 10 Instagram account, and I will never have a life. I mean, I need 10 life just to follow the people for real, you know. So it's everything in base of how we use the tool. So I thank you a lot for this short call, and I think yeah, we can have other short podcast in the near future, and for sure, yeah, because we do it stuff together. And this was Rafael Ernesto Ferro that he also published with us in the Make It Blue. And I think, yeah, sure, he will publish also in another magazine. And let's see. And if someone want to go to watch him works, three particular, I can say, there will be the link in description. Thank you a lot.
Ciao.
Thanks for listening to our podcast. Learn more about our project at allmylinks.com/BerlinExplorer or visit our Instagram and follow Berlin Explorer Project.